Okay, welcome everybody to the first episode of Written After, where everything that comes after the busy days is said. Now I have here two of my friends. Please introduce yourself, starting with Kura. Go.
Hello everyone, I'm Kura. I don't know what to say anymore, so go Edwa.
Hello guys, I'm Adoa and I'm a college student and
Alright,
yes, that's it.
we're all college
Continue.
students. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a different kind of video format where it's not gonna be edited, or like at least for the most part, it's gonna remain uncut. So be careful what you say here. You don't want to get cancelled.
Oh oh my god. Dude, I'm easily cancelled.
I'm easily cancelled too. Like from the moment
No
you're
time
gonna
to delete
say
Twitter.
Oh my god, Edwa, yes, Edwa. Oh my. I'm very concerned for your content, Edwa.
Yeah, so we just have to, stay low key, because I can.
That's
I'll
fair,
listen
that's
to it.
fair.
I'll listen to it before posting, just in case. So
Okay.
all right, let's start with the fact that we're all college students here, and
okay.
here in our country, it's very hard to be a student in general because of the pandemic and shit. What are your thoughts on that? How's online classes treating you?
Kura
So,
first.
Okay,
wait,
go.
me?
Yeah,
Me?
go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, actually, I kind of got accustomed to online classes because we've been doing this for like 2 years now, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
reaching
for 2 years. But yeah, but the first year of college is very different from the usual. We were expecting a lot, like going in campus and all, but that wasn't happening in this first year.
True.
So I think that's one of the things that I really hate about this pandemic, because we got a lot of experiences that we haven't experienced because of online classes and stuff.
What about you, Sing?
And
Oh wait, you're not done. Okay, keep going.
Sorry, my fault.
I'm it's fine.
Okay,
But
keep
yeah,
going.
online classes, it's not for everyone. That's the reality.
That's for sure.
of it.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
That's true. What about you,
Yeah, you
Sing?
can go.
At first, having online classes was a good thing because
A good thing.
you get to stay at home and you get to do whatever you want to do at the house, and you just pass the things that the teacher asks you to do. But in the long run, it just affects your mental health and now your desire to meet people as like the presence of people in real life. You want to meet them, just gets there. So I think uh, it just sucks that in this pandemic we're still having online class. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's true. I'd like to reiterate what Kura said about not experiencing the stuff that you would experience normally as a first year student, because we're all freshmen, right? And then
Yeah.
Yeah,
usually
we
as
are.
freshmen we're introduced to the school, or at least to the campus, with events that welcome you to school, no matter how stressful college may be, and we didn't get to experience that. There's also what Adwa said about mental health. It's a real thing that many of us, like Kura said, it's not for everybody that we're in an online setting, because not all of us are privileged with the devices that
Yeah,
that are
resources,
yeah,
you know.
true.
Yeah.
So
True that.
I can't imagine how hard it must be for students to fail just because they lack the resources to attend online classes. But more
You
to the
foreign
point,
countries,
yeah.
you foreign countries endorse us, give us
Wait.
more internet,
Oh my
give us
God.
stronger internet. US,
At least he's not
we are
shy.
allies to you. We ally you. Give us strong internet. Okay, give us 5 ping, 5
Yeah,
ping internet.
piping.
Okay.
True.
So Edo talked about mental health being affected from the online classes. So how are your guys' mental health? Like, how are you feeling? This is You don't have to go into detail about what you're experiencing right now. I just want to know if like you guys are okay. What's going on?
The psychology goes first.
Oh, a psychology student goes
Yeah,
first. Honestly, my mental health, like at the first semester, it was down. It's rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like dying every day. That's a reality. I'm not even exaggerating. But yeah, I feel like dying every day. But right now, it's more. I kind of
I'm
got
I'm
relaxed,
okay
but
every
too much
day.
relaxed. Not
Mm-hmm.
not
I'm
every day though. Not every day. But yeah, I'm getting too much relaxed that I go unproductive
wow.
days.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have unproductive days
So
now.
are you saying psychology students are unproductive?
They
Hey,
have it
no,
I'm just
easy. I
joking.
see. I
no.
You
see.
have it easy. Okay.
Sorry,
I'm just joking.
BSA students.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just joking.
The
Psychology
reason is
students.
the reason about like I'm more chill because I don't have any major subjects right now. I
Mm.
wasn't able to
Yeah,
Ah.
enroll
because
myself in
you're
major
a
subjects.
regular student right now, right? You should
Yeah,
be.
I'm an
Because
Yeah.
you're
irregular
a
student.
minor student. Because you're just.
Wait,
Oh,
no,
I
don't say it like
what?
that.
You're 20. I'm just joking, guys. She's 20.
Yeah.
yeah.
20.
Hey, don't say my age.
She's
I mean,
16.
she's 16. I mean,
Yeah,
She's
I'm 16.
16,
I'm
and I'm
16.
14.
and
That's
I'm
true. That's true.
I'm a dude.
Dude, yes. Okay, now accountancy student, what is your take?
Honest, honestly, guys, whoever's listening to this as an accountancy student, it's not my desire to be an accountant student. It's my parents. That's why I'm taking this
Mm.
course.
Well, at least
And
here you can be open
honestly,
about it. Like, they probably
yeah,
won't see this. So,
but
go for it.
honestly, guys, I don't like accountancy, so it really takes away my how do you say this, like it doesn't give me the desire to want me to study more, or
Mm.
giving,
Yeah.
like, instead of studying more, I want to play more. And yeah, because I want to get free of that pain. Instead of me enjoying to study, I just want to play more. So yeah, it's taking my life away. So if I had the opportunity, if my parents asked me if they want me to shift, I would directly say yes. But sadly, I cannot, because that's what Asian parents do. Yeah. Yes.
You said
Oh,
it in a very
Yeah.
light way, but it's so
it's
depressing if
yeah, it's such a
listen to
depressing
it.
thought. But yeah, I've asked you this before. Like, I've asked Adore this a lot. Sir, do you not want to shift? Because he keeps ranting to me whenever we play. He's like, I really don't like this. I want to pursue something else, but it's my parents who pressure me. It's not like they. It's not like he's tried to talk to them. It's because he's scared, and I understand that. I understand
Yeah.
the sentiment of being scared. Of
You
like,
know, strict parents,
Yeah,
like,
like-
one thing you say something and they're like, I hear you, I'm gonna kill you.
not to that extreme, but yeah, you have a
Not,
point.
not the kill, okay? The kill is different. Like, that was just
It's a
how do you
joke,
say
yeah.
it? Hyperbole, yeah. So to
Yeah.
express it, yes.
But there's
Actually, I have
also
said. Oh wait.
there's
What?
also the fear that um I know that parents don't understand what it's like to struggle in the current setting because they've never experienced something like this before with the pandemic and all. And I think it would be a good idea to talk to them that this is not working for you, especially for a course as hard as accountancy. I think the online setting does not do it justice. I don't think you can learn efficiently through this course, and I'm sure
True,
two of
true.
you agree with that. And it
Yeah.
doesn't help with
Uh,
the pressure that you guys are already feeling. So maybe if you talk to your parents, I'm not saying you should, and I'm not saying you would, because most likely you're not. But it might be a good idea. It's something you should consider. All right, go Clem.
Yeah, I kind of have like the same sentiments with Aduo when I was like in BSA. I was so afraid to talk, but like there was one thing that clicked for me. I was reading a book, and it clicked to me, and I said, "Nah, okay, I'm
okay.
ready."
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Go.
Okay,
I'm ready to
I'm
say
ready to
goodbye.
like talk to my parents about like shifting and stuff. So yeah, it didn't really. I'm actually. It wasn't really much drama as I expected it to be, but I can really feel their disagreement. But I believe that like it's overpowered by my struggle.
It's okay. It's your life,
Yeah.
not theirs.
Yeah, they also reminded me of that, even though like you can feel the disagreement.
But
I
like,
mean,
okay.
I
Just
talked
go
to
for
my
it.
I talked to my parents before. Yeah, I said the course that I want, but
And
they
what
said
did they
like
say?
no. They said no. They want a course with a board exam, and they're like, I'm
Yeah,
like, what? Okay. So
yeah,
I pick accountancy because that's the only thing with board exams that I know of. So yeah.
yeah. That was
I
that
see.
happened to me before senior high. I actually talked to them, and then they were so firm with their no. That's why I went to ABM. I
I
met
Okay.
you
see.
guys. I
Yeah,
actually
Yeah.
regret that because I
I guess
met
that's a good
you.
thing.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's how we met your mother. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yes.
No.
So on the topic of
Just
mental
joking.
health as well, it's something that most parents don't actually really understand as much as our generation does. A lot of people that I know still think that it's not real. That most of our generation is self-diagnosing to an exaggeration. Some
Yeah.
people even go to the extent of saying that depression isn't real, or like you're over exaggerating what you're feeling. You're just sad for the moment. It's gonna be gone soon. And I'd like your thoughts on that. What can you say to that?
Well, that's actually the reason why I wanted to go to psychology to understand more about it. And yeah, as a psychology student, wow, I'm finally a psychology student.
Who didn't take any majors? Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
who didn't take any majors? But yeah, I kind of like feel sad and mad at the same time when people say that because it's actually a reality that a lot of people are facing, and we just take it lightly because um people don't understand that it's just similar to an asthma, but instead of like having it on lungs, its target is the brain. And they usually like have this connotation that you're already crazy when you go to a psychologist or psychiatrist. But no, that's not really the case. I mean, our brain is like the most stressed organ in the body,
Stress.
and it deserves to have a break. Wait, I'm so sorry,
Is that
my
your
dog
dog?
is scratching. Yeah, it's my dog. It's playing with a
Yeah.
bottle. I'm
Featuring
so sorry,
Korea's dog.
guys.
Korea's dog is gonna
Yeah.
come out a lot during this podcast, and that's
Yeah.
okay. That makes
Hopefully,
four of
no.
us.
Actually, it's.
So he can speak.
I'm so
He's gonna be
sorry.
like, it's like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah,
Yeah.
rah, 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 rah."
I kind of feel like he's gonna go zoomies now.
Okay.
But yeah, if my sister's here, we'll be safe. But right
Alright.
now, we have the dog.
Yeah, the dog is right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my take on that. I think I answered the question. I forgot where I stopped, so I'm gonna give it to Edwa.
I guess for me, I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt to the old people. Should I say old? Is it okay to say old? I
Yeah, you
don't
can
know.
call
I might
them old.
gonna get.
They're pretty
Okay.
past young. They're no longer young, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So like, or let's just say experienced people. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, before in the Philippines, Mansad, let's just say not infrastructures were built yet on their time. So, like, they had to work hard. They had to, like, go far away places just to get to the school, which I understand that. But I guess what they lack is the open-mindedness that it's a new generation um, that you have to be open-minded that these people right now, like us, are struggling mentally because of course how we were raised and also the environment. So yeah, I just want to tell the poor especially the old people who are listening, like, please have an open mind that we are kind of struggling. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Kura mentioned something about the stigma of like when you approach a psychiatrist, you get labeled as crazy, or people are afraid to
Yeah,
approach
yeah.
psychiatrists
True.
because like they're afraid of being called crazy. That's a really good point to bring up. And also something that you said that hit me was like the older generation had a tougher time For example, like for the stuff they had to go through just to go to school, and
Yeah.
that's why they don't understand the fact that I don't want to say that we're softer than the past generation, but it kind of does come down to that because if in general, I'm talking about this in general. A lot of us were raised in with a much easier life. We don't have to walk
Yes.
hundreds of kilometers just to go to school. We don't have to fight for transportation, and because of this easier life, it makes it easier for us to become prone or weak to struggles that may come in our lives, and we bend easier because we're not used to struggles, and that's something that many people fail to consider when they start their families. They want to give us an easier life, but they don't expect us to be weaker because we're used to something easy, and when things get
Yeah.
hard, it's gonna be easier for us to break. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making
Yes.
sense.
Like since they gave us an easier life, then our lives will be different from ours since they're
yeah.
the ones who gave us the gift of having the easier
Yeah,
life.
like the way we react to hard or like to tough times is gonna be different from the way they react because they're more prone to that.
Yeah.
That's basically
Yeah. And I get what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it. Kura's muted.
So yeah, it's muted. Oh my
The
god.
dog's still
I'm
there.
muted because the dog is still here. The dog is playing with the bottle. But yeah, I was listening to you and the dog. Wait, is
To you and the dog.
I am the dog. You and the dog. You mean me?
I'm the dog.
Bro, I'm the
Oh no,
dog.
the existential crisis. But yeah, can I ask a question?
Okay, go for it.
Is the dog overpowering?
Nah,
boy.
the bottle is.
Okay.
Yeah, the bottle
Ah, the
is
bottle.
overpowering me. But no,
Take
it's
the
fine. It's
bottle.
fine. Don't worry, you can hear you.
But yeah. What was that? Oh no, I forgot what I was supposed to say. But yeah, I was listening to you and the dog, and I was like reflecting on the take that like the older generation does not have an open mind. I actually read from somewhere that over time your ideas will, like, when you grow older, your ideas will solidify. That's why it's very difficult for them to understand our struggles right now.
Mhm.
And yeah, so that's what I always think, to remind myself that we have to remind myself that I have the capacity to like respond to the way they're thinking,
Mhm.
because sometimes honestly they're either closed-minded, that sometimes like
It gets
ticks
to
me
you.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gets to you.
Yeah, it ticks me off.
Even more
But
so when
yeah.
it's like from family, like when you get it from the people you care about, and they don't seem to understand you. It hurts a lot
Yeah.
more than when strangers
Yeah,
do it to you.
True.
So yeah, that's something you should consider. So if anyone's feeling sad out there, if like you're feeling down and you don't know why, that's okay. You're not alone. And
Yeah,
if people
true.
try to invalidate your feelings, I know it's not easy, but try to not listen to them. Try to understand it from their point of view, and don't think that you are what's wrong. You're not. Nothing's wrong with you. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Blame society. Blame society.
Okay, so
Hashtag cancel Makai for canceling society.
no.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, is that my name?
It's okay. I'll bleep it out.
Yeah,
bleep,
let's
yeah,
bleep
yeah.
that one.
I'll bleep that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At least that was the end of part one.
We'll be back shortly after
We'll be
this
back.
break.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So moving on to a more fun topic. It's not a fun topic, but
One topic you say.
we're moving on to gaming. It's something that's
Gaming.
very
Okay,
prominent
okay.
in today's age.
Okay.
Today's I mean this month's Women Empowerment Month. Am I right? Yes.
Oh yeah.
March 1 to March
Yeah.
31.
Yeah.
So
it's
I
March
invited
one.
Kuya because
Actually,
really
there's supposed to
curious.
be more girls, but then
Yeah, but they were too busy, so we're stuck
too
with
busy.
Kura. But Kura's
Busy
fine. That's
fighting
fine.
their rights, guys. Busy.
So,
Yeah, we have to give it to them. They're queens.
we can't deny that men can be assholes, right? And that's coming from a man. Like,
Yeah,
I
dude.
agree that men, on behalf of men, like, I'm really sorry for the things that my gender, the people of my gender, can I say that? People of my gender, they do some
My
stupid shit.
gender.
But that goes for both genders, but it's more prominent in men. You can see it more on the news that it comes from men. And especially in our country, it's a very patriarchal way of living. Even women has the idea that men could be better in some aspects of life, and I really don't like that. So, gaming. How does this relate to gaming? There's a stigma that gamer girls can't perform as good as guy gamers. We all know that, right? So what do you have to say to that as a girl, Kura? What can you say to that?
As a girl who's been in the gaming industry for like years, uh, actually, like in truth, but their truth is overpowered by their rudeness and yeah, their rudeness. And sometimes it really gets to me actually. Most of the words that people are saying like through online, especially in
Yeah.
competitive games, because I play competitive games.
Mhm.
Most of their
Yeah.
words will really rub on me, and then I would think if maybe this is true, maybe this is the reality, and it becomes a reality because that's I wait. How do I say this? Lao Tzu said this quote. I don't want to ruin it, but I haven't memorized it. But yeah, there was something that Lao Tzu
Loud
said.
too.
I'm not even.
What's the-
I'm not sure
What's
if
Lao
I'm
Tzu? Is it from
pronouncing.
Genshin?
Okay,
No,
go
no,
for it.
no.
Okay.
It's a Chinese philosopher, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
go for
Okay.
it.
But
Lao
yeah,
Tzu. Okay. Okay.
they have like this quote that whatever you think will be. Watch out for your thoughts. For your thoughts become your words. Watch out for your words, and your words become your actions. Watch out for your actions. Watch your actions. For your actions becomes habit. Something like that.
I guess
So
there's a
yeah,
process as to what happens.
yeah, it's a process. And
So
yeah, I never really I think that I did improve, but because of like the words, the harassment going on, it really stunted my growth in the gaming
I
community,
see. Yeah, so
and it really kills the confidence of a woman.
yeah. So I can imagine that as well, because I get tilted pretty easily when people say mean stuff to me, and yeah, like you said, you lose the sense of achievement that you gain from improving from their negative comments, right? Like something that you could have been proud of becomes something that you're now ashamed of because of what they said.
Yeah,
And yeah, that hurts me hearing that it's happening to my friends, and it happens to like women all around the world who just want to play games and they want to compete.
we just want to play games.
Yeah.
Just want to have fun, bro.
Oh yeah. Whenever we play, there are moments when I get mad when people like, are mean to
Yeah,
you.
I even feel that whenever we play, like there were times that I was like, oh no, your anger is overpowering the negative
Yeah.
the negative words.
Like
Yeah,
when
but
people
you're good at handling though. You're
when
good at
when
handling
people when
performance.
people talk shit to my friends, I get really mad easily. And yeah, no matter who it is, whether it be like Kura or Adoa, when people say something mean to them, like I just explode. And I have to change that actually. That's not good. It's like my anger management issues show. So Adoa, can you say to that as
What
as
about the?
yeah,
Huh?
about the game girl gamers. I can't even say girl gamers without worrying that I'm offending someone. It's that bad. Like the mindset is that bad. It's gotten to me in that sense that I'm afraid to say girl gamers without, you know. I don't want to
I
worry when you say
just
that.
I just don't understand why guys have to like put stereotypical things about women, like just playing when the women, sorry, when the girl just wants to have fun,
Mm-hmm.
like just genuine fun, or like wants to be good at the game, like that's it. And then
Mm-hmm.
why do like guy gamers have to say offensive things
Mm-hmm.
to the girls? Like there's no point, or like why do they have to like? Is there what's the reason why? Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
And like what was that? Like that's why like there are some girls like try to like work hard or play hard the game. Like there, I see
Mm-hmm.
some girls playing Immortal and Valorant, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, she's really good. Like she can hit taps better than
Hot.
me. Yeah, like it. Yeah, like that. Like I'm happy. Like I'm happy in a way. Like they're really fighting just to
Yeah.
prove that
Yeah.
like a girl gamer can be a like can beat a guy gamer or something like that, to prove
Yeah.
the to beat the stereotypical thing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yeah, that's good that you mentioned that because there are a lot of girls who don't give up. Like a lot of women
Yeah.
still fight because they know they can, and they know they can like make men eat shit through games.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos to them. There's also
Mm-hmm.
this what do you call it? But like some women are afraid to use their mics in a game that requires a lot of communication just because they're afraid of people finding out that they're a girl or like they're girl gamers and they don't want to experience the prejudice that comes with that. So it's kind of sad that it's reached to that point.
Yeah.
So yeah,
True. True.
I make jokes. I'm not gonna deny the fact that sometimes I make jokes that I do not realize is a bad joke towards girl
Oh yeah,
gamers until it's too
we
late.
also
Yeah.
we also.
So I don't want to come off as like this guy who's like who's never done anything wrong, because I have, and sometimes I realize that too late. That's why I want to make people aware, to be aware of that this issue is real, and Clara oh no, I said your name. Kura being here is a way of like showing that what goes through the thoughts of being one of them, because no matter how much you try, men could never understand what it's like to go through stuff like that. So
True.
yeah, okay, moving on. Kuya, is there anything you wanna share?
Yeah, you want to say?
The what you said, the one that stuck me was like the mic thing. Cause yeah, I am afraid to open my mic whenever like it needed communication. But there are really games that I just want to talk and
Mhm.
communicate what I see during the game.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not just like I don't know, sometimes I can feel that some of us are put into pedestals because
Mhm.
they say that it's very rare for a girl to play video games, but I think it's not really that rare.
Yeah, it really isn't, especially today. Yeah,
Yeah,
a
I
lot
mean,
a lot
there
of
girls are winning.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
girls.
But yeah, there's also the fact that like when girls achieve something high, like for example in Valorant, girls can achieve Immortal or Radiant, and then people try to, um, how do you call that? They say that like they're boosted, or like it's not really their achievement. It's because
Yeah.
they play with good players, and that really sucks. I think that happened with Pokemon. I remember that happened when she reached Immortal. People were saying that nah, she was boosted. That wasn't her hard work, and that I call bullshit on that, because she grinds, she practices every
Yeah,
day,
she really good. She
Yeah.
really good though.
and
I love
so
it.
like for girls to have to go through that, even when they've reached that achievement that they've been
Okay, man,
striving
if
for.
you're hearing this, please bring us to America. We don't want to be here. Please,
Adopt
please.
us, please.
Adopt
Yeah.
us, please. I want to join the OMT. I was at OTV,
OTV.
please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
So, but
I want to be with Michael Reeves.
there are people who support female gamers, and it's a good sight to see. It makes you realize that, oh shit, there might be hope for humanity, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I just
It
think
really
that
makes you happy, actually.
yeah, I just think that
Like,
people
it's
should be more aware of that, like this issue. It's not something you should just brush off.
yeah. I mean, women can fight like
Yeah.
men in video games.
Yeah, even in real life. Damn, have you ever seen a woman
dude,
angry?
yeah, actually, yeah.
They're scary. I don't fuck with that. I'm scared of women when they're angry. So yeah.
Yeah, I,
So
True that.
true that. There's also another thing. There are a lot of posts, right? Especially in a country like ours, where they're very conservative, and I think you're very familiar with this, Kura and Adwa. There's a post like, if you don't want to get catcalled, wear something decent or something along the lines of that.
yeah.
So what can you say to that as a woman?
As a woman,
As a
I
man.
call that
As a man.
As a man.
I'm sorry.
as a man. Wait, as a
joking.
woman, honestly, I kind of like I. It's kind of like making me angry at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about the person's mentality,
Mm-hmm.
because if for me it's kind of like shifting the blame into woman in reality it's your eyes, it's your mind that's working, not ours. Why are you
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you shifting the responsibility to us when it's not even our actions
Mm-hmm.
that made this event? And I just like think that maybe some men are really not responsible enough to watch their thoughts.
Mm.
So yeah, that's kind of like my thought process. And yeah, it's bullshit, you know.
Yeah.
Blaming women, because this is our bodies. We can wear what we want. Yeah, as long as it's in proper context,
Yeah.
like in the you really wear something na
That first
What do you call
location,
that?
basically.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant? Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I get
kind of,
that. I
yeah.
get that. Like men can take their shirts off without problems, and women can't wear what they
Yeah.
want. The audacity of men to say that. I understand
And
that.
honestly, like our undergarments, like our bras,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, they are. I want to abolish them sometimes. I mean, it really helps support, but at the same time, it's so igang. It's so, what you call that? I
hot.
get so
Yeah, it makes you hot.
sweaty.
What's igong, huh? What's
Sorry, okay, I forgot to
Igang?
try to like it.
igong?
Yeah, I can understand like wearing that many layers. It does get you
Yeah.
hot. Yeah, but yeah, that's an issue that we have to address as well. There's a lot of issues that we need to address, especially the issues that are against women, especially in our generation.
Women.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one thing that we need to consider. And there's
True.
I was hoping like a lot of the girls in our group could come here and say their thoughts, because they are so vocal about like getting the female power out there.
Sushi.
Yeah, we are
Dior,
queens,
especially
bro.
Dior. I would
Yeah,
like to have
Dior.
Dior here
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
dude,
just
we are
talk about,
queens.
let her heart out. That would be nice. But maybe
speaking
some
of
Even
her-
Christine, even Christine,
Yeah.
yeah, we're queens, bro.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, queens. Queen.
There's also the alright. This is not just for women. This applies not only for women but for guys as well. Body issues, insecurities, judgments. I mean, yeah.
Body
Like,
issues.
let's take for example, when you get called short. I wonder by who. It's okay if it's a running joke in your friend group. That's fine. That's really fine. Oh, wait, maybe to a certain extent it's not, but yeah, body issues. When people call you out for looking the way that you do, it happens. It happens a lot more than it should, and it gets to you a lot easier than it should as well. Because no matter how confident you may be as a person, one of those negative comments will get to you, and you will feel sad, no matter how much you try to like avoid that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
we work out, and then we can't maintain the workout routine that we follow whether it be through like bad habits and stuff,
Oh,
or like the schedules that we have, especially when we're students.
True that.
But I think social media is such a big influence on that.
it's
Yeah.
actually because like it gives a lot of information
Mm-hmm.
and it like gives you role models that this is the standard,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sometimes it's not really healthy to be
Mm.
in those social media more often.
That's such true. That's true.
That's why you need to sleep early, guys. That's why you need to sleep.
Yeah, I do sleep early.
yeah,
early
yeah,
morning.
sure.
Yeah. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
But yeah,
You're like call the feds. Arrest Adoa. What's wrong with
yeah,
him?
dude.
Call the feds.
There's also this thing where a lot of our generation just can't sleep early. Have you noticed that? Like, I imagine
Yeah.
that people from the older generation of our country, they would go to bed before 8, right? But now we're staying up until
Yeah.
like 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock, and that it's normal for us. And we don't wake up until like 11 at noon. What do you think that is? What's changed?
Internet exists.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Technology exists.
that really plays a big role on the sleeping routine because the internet really stimulates your brain and
Yeah.
it gives you like a little dose of your happy hormones,
Yeah.
even though it's
dopamine.
like a short term reaction. We still crave that thing. So yeah, I think that really plays a big role, and also the information that we are getting from internet.
And the algorithm of the internet or technology right now is very like they're really studying you, like they're like stalking
Yeah.
You know what? That's
Just
actually
to-
really crazy because when you look up certain stuff, like when you're
Yeah.
planning to buy a mouse, for example, a
Yeah,
mouse
yeah,
or a
yeah.
keyboard, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden
yeah.
when you're browsing through YouTube, the ads become mice and keyboards.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
how
that's
do they
why.
know? How does that work?
Yeah,
It's
that's why.
it's scary. It's scary. It's a bit scary to know that people are watching you.
And I kind of think like the internet knows me more than I do.
Yeah, exactly. They know about you a lot more than you do.
Yeah, than yourself.
Scary.
Oh my god.
Okay. What about this? I have a question. Is honesty really the best policy?
No, I mean, wow, I answered that without hesitation. I mean, there's a certain extent of honesty that it becomes the policy, but if you're overly honest, you're not really what you call that. You don't tone down the information you're getting. That could lead to a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That could really lead to a problem.
I would
Oh, yeah.
semi agree.
Mhm.
Pero I think yes, that statement is true. If and only how you say it, because if you say it like
Yeah.
Actually,
oh my
that's
god,
true.
like promise, like doesn't matter how bad it is, but if you say it honestly but gently, then yeah, everything
Yeah.
would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
That's a good point.
if the person take it like badly, then that's not your fault anymore because you tried your best to make it like as honest but gentle as possible.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And you also have to
Like
consider whether or not this person you're talking to can take honesty, easily, or they can take
Yeah.
take it without problems.
so it's more about a communication problem, I guess. Like just know the person you're
know
talking
your
to
audience.
and know your audience.
know your
and
audience.
So yeah, like honesty is still the best policy. Just make sure how you say it. Like
Yeah, you know
just be
how to
careful.
say the honest statement.
Like
That's a
know
really good point.
know when to stop, know when to like stop saying honest things. Like yeah, like I don't know. That's it.
You have to like filter things out when you
Yeah.
do that.
Yep.
You have to practice filtering things.
True.
Yeah, now the dogs at my place are screaming out loud. I don't know
Oh
if you can
wow,
hear
same
it in
vibe.
Discord, but like the dogs outside. Woo!
Yeah, we kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
hear that.
Ooh, let the dogs out.
Yeah.
Ooh, are we gonna get
Yeah.
copyright?
Nah. We're fine
Nah,
with
nah,
that.
nah.
You don't
That's
sound
our
that good.
personal.
You don't sound that
Yeah,
good, alright?
we're not worth it. We don't deserve. We're not worth those. Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my god.
how funny! Like we're not worth copyrighted and
Yeah,
copyrighted.
dude. I'm so sorry.
Right?
YouTube be like, I'm so sorry, you're not worth it.
Us as people, we're really quick to judge. I know we don't like the fact that we're quick to judge, but we really are quick to judge. We're
Yeah.
very
It's in our
judgmental.
it's in our innate nature.
Yeah.
To
But the only
judge.
difference is whether or not we can keep it to ourselves, or we can be assholes about it and
Yeah.
just tell the
Yeah.
people that we're judging, right? And the funny thing is, when the people who judge other people vocally, they're usually the ones who don't look at themselves. If that makes sense, it's like they're projecting their insecurities onto
Yeah,
others.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually true.
So yeah,
That's very
that's a
true.
funny
Yes.
thought that came up.
In some cases, yes, that's true. I guess
So-
like our like tendency to judge it comes from the fact that we have to protect ourselves. That's what I think.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Like we often like also like the tendency to judge comes to the fact that we need to relate to other people too. Protect and relate to other people, because if
Protect
you
and
don't
relate.
really judge that person, you won't really see them. You're just like that person exists, but the qualities of that person aren't magnified.
Ah.
Once you judge a person, the qualities are magnified,
Oh.
and you can see clearly
Oh,
what
deep words.
what kind of attitude sits with you well, and what kind of attitude does not sit with you well.
Oh, I think I understand what
So,
you're
yeah.
saying. So like you find it easier to relate to a certain person when you know the characteristics that they're showing. Is that what you mean? And you see
Yeah,
the characteristics that are similar to yours. Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yeah, and some people
That's a
are
really good stance.
some people are good judges, and others are just plain rude.
True that.
That's it. Alright, back to the topic of school. There are rumors that face-to-face classes are coming back, right?
Oh,
So how do you think you would fare when you're meeting other people in person after such a long time of being isolated in front of your computer screens?
Probably, honestly, if face-to-face classes happens, I'd probably be more sociable than I was before. You know me, I don't really
True.
talk much to other people.
Yeah.
Like I don't before all this shit happened. I'm contented with the people that I am with
Mm-hmm.
and all of those stuff. But I think I have this desire to socialize with other people
Mm.
and like to know more people, because I'm craving for like new connections.
Yeah, there's so
So,
much that
yeah.
we've taken for granted from before the pandemic, and it sucks.
yeah, true.
It
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
sucks.
dude.
I remember one time last year. Wait, was it last year? No, not last year. Second, year 12, grade
Uh-huh.
12,
Ah,
senior high ba?
Yeah,
Senior
okay,
high,
okay.
12th year, second sem.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
midterms, and I was praying for like, oh please, the pandemic, so that we have no class. And I
Oh,
thought it's
no.
gonna be good. I thought it's gonna be like 1 week, like
1
break.
week,
Like
no
I,
classes.
yeah. It became like 3 years.
cheers. We're actually like greeting other people back then, like see you in 2 weeks, see you in
Yeah.
2 weeks.
So, see you in a month. And then a month
Yeah.
became like a year. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was like,
I miss
Yeah.
eating out with the people you know after classes, during lunch breaks, going out, going to the mall,
yeah,
buying stuff that you don't even know if you can afford. You just worry about it
True,
later.
true. Facts,
Oh
facts,
my
facts.
gosh.
That's the fact check.
You
Fact.
even consult your friends about that, but then
Right.
you still end up buying it.
No, I remember a time when me and my classmates were like eating out, and then we didn't realize that this food place was so expensive. So when we realized how much we had to pay, we're like, oh shit, what have we done? It's like a week worth of you know what? Yeah, but those are fun times.
No.
At the moment, it wasn't fun, not being able to pay. But now that I think about
Yeah.
it, it's funny.
Yeah.
Sorry. True, true that. True
And we're
that.
just broke, so if anybody wants to change that, just hit me up.
I'm kind of happy. No, 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 not happy. That's the wrong term. Blessed. Sorry, blessed that pandemic happened because we tried to find ways to make like money or to gain our
Oh,
skills.
okay, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Actually, that's true. We have like the time
Yeah, we have the time.
do
Yeah.
that thing.
To enhance the skills or to do things that we
Yeah.
want, like
That's a positive outlook.
like Kura,
What?
That's okay. That's okay. That's
Like-
okay.
like Kura, like she wanted to plant, so she planted in
Yeah, dude.
in a place.
It was also a requirement, so I have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I learned a lot of things.
If it was
during
face to
pandemic.
face, none of us would have been able to work as much as we have. Right?
Yeah,
true,
that's true.
true
That's
that.
true.
So that's a positive thing you can take out of this pandemic. But
True,
the pandemic still sucks.
Yeah, very very
It
bad.
still
Kinda
sucks.
Yeah, overall
True.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Do not pray for a pandemic. Do not ever pray for a pandemic.
Yeah, now we know who to blame. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sure we weren't the only one who prayed for that. I'm sure a lot more people thought the
Like,
same
like
thing.
when they heard like no classes, they're like, oh yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
It's
Oh
so
my
hard to
gosh.
learn things in the pandemic. It's like when you're in class, right? In the Google Meet or whatever. You can't learn things the same way you do in like a face-to-face setting. Right?
Yeah.
When the teacher's discussing, you just doze off. It doesn't help that like the internet is right there. You can just watch other videos. Well,
Yeah, so that.
Really, really sucks though. As a person, I really love learning, but
Mhm.
like this setup is really it's bugging me. It's getting my attention span smaller than ever before. Because I get easily distracted now. I don't know. It's a problem that I have to really correct.
Ooh, but one thing we can be thankful for during the pandemic is the fact that we met each other.
So
Yeah,
true.
dude.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True,
And
true,
even, like,
true that.
If
Guys.
this was face to face, I guess like we weren't be this close.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I would
Guys,
never
without
have
the
talked to
pandemic.
you if this was
Yeah.
face to face.
Without Sir Arlove and Miss Kura, I wouldn't have met them at all. Yes.
But among the three of us present here now, I was the one who talked first, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I was the one. I was the one.
yes.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
I remember now. I talked to Kuria because I was looking for someone to play Valorant with me, and I remembered like, oh yeah, this girl plays Valorant. And I was like, oh shit, let me talk to her. And then I hit her up, and then she was like, yeah, I play Valorant, but like she acted so weird. She was not acting the way she acts right now. She acted so innocent. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah.
She was so
Yeah.
different. But like I don't regret talking to Korea that night.
Bad.
Because like
Bro, I invited her, and then she was like, I'll try.
yeah, I'll try. Yeah, that's what she says.
That's what I said because like I don't have the setup before.
Yeah.
You know that I don't
Yeah,
have the setup
that's
before. So I
true.
have to go
True.
to like a computer shop, and computer shop before was so strict.
Oh, I know
But also
expensive.
also expensive, but it's more strict, and it was restricting because we were on a lockdown at that time, so I can't go always on the computer shop. Plus
Yeah.
my budget, I'm broke, bro. So yeah, that's why I will always say to both of you, I'll try, and then I'll set up a schedule where I'm going to.
Yeah, I
the
don't know where I
computer
got
shop.
the confidence to talk to you guys. I met Sir Adwa in person during the grad trip.
Yeah.
I talked to him in
Without that,
person. I just
nothing
called. I just
happened.
called him. I just called him. I was like, "Sir, and then I gestured like a mouse and keyboard hand gesture, and I was like, "You wanna play?
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
you
yeah.
play?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I
"Oh,
play, I play."
I play.
That's
Like
You're
it's happening, and then
awkward punch
happened.
before.
yeah, that was so long ago.
Oh my
Damn,
goodness.
how much time has passed? We're older
Yeah,
now.
time. We're old. You mean Kura's old?
Yeah, Kura.
Shut up. I'm wise. I'm wise.
Oh,
I
you're
guess.
why? Yeah,
You're wise.
yeah. I guess so.
Really? Are you sure?
Wow, you're questioning my existence right now.
I said I guess so. I don't know. Just
Um,
But
joking.
yeah, that was like
and Kura, we met
many
Sushi and
months?
the others, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm,
it was
Oh
like
my
a lot of
God.
protections from me.
yeah.
Oh,
You're the
I
popular
did
girl.
have a
She's
lot
the
of
MC. She's the
You're the
MC.
popular girl. We're the side
Yeah,
I
characters.
honestly did
Yeah.
popular, but I guess like the pandemic really made me more sociable than I was supposed to be,
Mm.
and also like I don't know, I don't know with myself, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. You guys made the isolation part of the pandemic really bearable. Like you made it so
Aw.
much more easier than it should have been.
Yes, sir. I love.
Yeah, I really appreciate your company. Oh, speaking of company, relationships. Yeah, let's talk about relationships. It's a
Really,
it's,
the overview of
Yeah.
the podcast.
yeah, it's a hot take, but I don't want to talk about romantic relationships. Like I don't want to
Okay.
talk about
Ah,
only
I
that.
see.
I want to talk about the
Ah.
relationships you made with other people. So yeah, let's start with people who you thought were gonna stay forever, and then they just poof disappeared. Do you guys have anybody like that?
Oh my
I
gosh.
did.
Yeah.
It cost me
Yeah, I
time,
did.
bro.
Don't say names. Don't drop names. I
Yeah,
don't
of
want.
course
I
I
don't.
won't. Of course I won't. But
I
yeah, I did. Like it. He really vanished, like from my sight. It was like before the pandemic started.
Wait,
We were
vanished?
like hanging
Like
out.
what? Like in person?
But
Like
then
physically?
afterwards, no. Actually, the pandemic really made it easier for him to like go away.
Okay. Okay.
It's like after during the pandemic, like shit it was going down so real bad, and then I got ghosted.
Oh,
like-
is this a romantic
Yeah, dude.
relationship?
And then yeah, it's a romantic relationship kind of.
Oh, spicy.
Oh. Do I
Okay,
know?
keep
do I
going.
know
Keep
this
going.
dude? I
No, we
I
don't. We don't. I think. I
I
think.
didn't tell you.
I think you've told me this, Klang, but in
But
a
it's
more
on a surface level.
yeah, on a surface
Oh,
level.
surface
yeah.
level.
That's why. That's why
Oh,
it's
like
familiar.
shallow.
But I think-
Shallow.
No, I think Edmo didn't know about this.
Yeah, I don't
Mm.
know. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Now I know.
Thank you for the info.
Okay. I'm used to it.
I love you, Mark. Oh, I said your words.
No, sir. It doesn't make sense for me to censor your name when your name is literally in the like channels bar
Oh.
in my like channel.
Did I?
Yeah, you
Oh.
told me to
yeah.
put it there,
I
bro.
mean, let's try. Let's try. Not
Okay, yeah.
Let's just try. But I don't think people will care. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true that,
Don't
true
worry.
that.
unless you get so popular.
Yeah, I
Hopefully.
know, right? Oh, it's not, it's
That's hard.
Makai.
That's hard.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah, continue with your story.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's it. He just vanished out of the blue, and I was
Ghosted.
like, during that time, I was like, what should I do? And then I did everything that I could. But yeah, I did really everything that I could.
A
But
little simp.
sadly,
Yo.
I was
sadly,
joking. I was joking.
yeah, so sadly, it didn't really work out.
Mm.
Obviously, it didn't work out. Obviously, but I'm happy that it didn't actually.
Yeah.
Because it actually made me learn a lesson.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What is the
lesson
lesson?
more important.
Hey, what was
What
the
is the
lesson? You
lesson?
wanna share?
Yeah, to be or not to be. That is the lesson.
I just learned how to like put limitations on where I put my energy to.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
After that, I was like really down, and my dog is saying hi.
Hello.
Yeah. After that, it was like I was very low. I can't even write anymore. Before that, I was writing a lot of poems, and right now I can't even write anymore. So
I see.
yeah, that's it. Just try to know your limitations and where you put your energy. And I'm so
Yeah.
sorry for the dog.
Yeah, your dog doesn't know its limitations.
Yeah, that's what I mean. True.
That's okay. He's cute. And
Very
Peter
cute.
though. The dog doesn't agree. I don't know about you, sir.
Honestly, it's my ex. I sometimes, sometimes, time to time, I really do miss my ex. Ojo.
Oh, I see. At least you're honest.
I mean, I
Imagine if
don't
she
get
sees
why.
this.
I don't get why people like really
Oh shit.
like really trying their best to like why do how do I say this like
Antagonize.
every no yeah like I mean yeah because anyway how do I say this like relationship like when they end like people like assume that they hate each other
Yeah, they're on
very
bad
quickly
terms and stuff.
like they want to like forget it like pero like
Mhm.
I kind of appreciate like what she did for me also and what I did for her like I reminisce those times you
That's
know
good. So there's no hate.
yeah there's no hate like
Okay.
I do miss her time to time so yeah
Yeah. That's
but
good.
sadly yeah
Okay, that's not.
that's all.
It's not good in the sense that you guys like broke up, but like. But it's a good thing. Do you think it's a good thing that you guys broke up?
Yeah, maybe it always happens for a reason. So yeah, I'm just grateful.
Okay.
I'm just gonna appreciate the things that happen. That's all.
Oh, that's a really sweet thing to say.
Yeah,
And it's rare to have somebody like not hate their ex after a
yeah,
breakup like that. So yeah, for me it was I think you guys know this, but like I lost a lot of friends during an issue. You already know that. We're not gonna dive into that. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
one.
We're just gonna splash there.
Yeah, and it's so
splash,
weird because I really thought they were family. We've been together for 4 years because you know in high school when you're in like in the first section you're classmates with the same people over and over again. So it's no biggie that you got close. And then stuff happened, and then I don't know. There's still trauma in trusting people because after all the stuff that they did, that happened, not that they did, that happened. There's still a fear that like, what if the people I talk to right now or the people I consider my friends will do the same things? But I don't think that will happen. It's just there. It's an underlying fear because
Yeah.
of like what happened.
It's okay, sir.
Yeah. In terms of
We
romantic
understand.
relationships, I really don't think I'm a good boyfriend. Like, I feel sorry for the girls that I've been in relationships with. I feel really sorry for them because it's really hard to love someone like me who has issues, especially based on what I've experienced before. Because as a person, I find it hard I find it hard now to trust to trust in the fact that they're not gonna replace me or they're not gonna look for other people that are better than me, you know, that kind of sentiment. Because
Yeah, that feeling. Yeah, I get it. I
yeah.
get what you mean.
And because of that we run into problems. And yeah, my last relationship ended like that. I ended things because I felt sorry for the person. And I don't know. I think it was a good decision because I didn't want to hurt her a lot more than I should have. And I think it's better for me as well because it allows me to grow on my own, so I won't have to be dependent on other people. If that makes sense. I talked a lot. Yeah. So that's it. So that's my take on relationships.
Oh, she definitely.
You definitely no.
Oh, what the dog doing? Oh my gosh.
No.
My dog is playing with me. Then I pressed the wrong button. I was supposed to say something. Now I forgot about it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
so you didn't hear what I just said.
Oh my god.
What did you say?
Oh no, that's okay. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. That's our secret.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Well, when the video comes out, she's gonna find out anyway. But you know, for now, it's our secret.
Yeah.
Oh my god! What did you say?
Secret.
I
Secret.
hate you all. That was like a very like a second of me deafening. But
Yeah.
I guess it was timed right that I didn't hear what you said. Ow!
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
So
My
yeah,
dad
that's
is
that.
playing with me.
Relationships are weird. You think
Yeah.
you think you know the person, and then a second later it just doesn't work out. It can happen like that, and
True, true
it's
that.
scary in that way if you think about it that way. Cause
Yeah, I kind of like. Oh wait, I kind of like think that people in general are very complex,
mm-hmm.
and
True.
I kind of like have this. Wait, my dog is like playing with me. Can't focus. But yeah, I kind of like have this thing that I really want to know a person,
Mm-hmm.
but there's some repercussions to that because
Mhm.
sometimes we can't really we can't really we won't be aware that we are actually just projecting what we want to that person,
Mm.
what we want that person to act and things like that. That's what I think makes a relationship complicated.
Mm. That makes sense. Anyways. Anyways,
Wait, I
I'm kinda
didn't say
hungry.
that right.
I'm kinda hungry.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
hungry.
you
Yeah.
should eat, bro.
Yeah, we should
I'll
eat.
eat after. I'll eat you.
Okay. Who are you want to eat? Who are you want to eat? Yes, English.
Who are you want to eat?
Ow! Okay, my
Oh,
dog
yeah,
is
pick up
biting my
lines.
arm.
Pick up lines. So you guys want to share your best pickup lines?
Oh, okay.
I suck at that.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
I got
Go for
this.
it. Just go for it. All right. No
Okay.
hesitation.
Psychology student first.
Okay.
But I suck at that. Really.
Okay.
Oh, me too.
Makai, go for it.
That's your pickup line? You suck at that?
I know.
Me too. I suck at that.
Whoa. Hey yo.
Wait, make this family friendly.
I'm family friendly.
Yeah.
You're really like swearing.
No, we're far from family friendly here. Cole.
Yeah, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Like you swear
Yeah,
too. You
Like,
swear.
you're not
We're-
that innocent,
we're a lot.
lang. What are you
Like,
doing?
I mean,
What are you doing? You're acting like you're innocent when you're not, bro. Nah.
Yeah, bro.
Cut that
Don't-
bullshit out.
don't call me out. Don't call me out. Don't. Yeah.
Alright, go.
Make my identity.
Go, Ado.
You know, I don't really know. Okay,
Alright, let's go with
Ado.
Ado.
Tae ka ba?
Why?
Kasi love kita eh. Daddy.
How was that, boy?
Okay, that was good. Not gonna lie, that was good. Come on.
Okay.
You gotta agree with me for this one. Come on. At least once.
Okay.
Okay, at least one. Yeah, thank you.
For you, Ado. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I got one,
Arlove,
I got
it's your
one.
turn.
Alright. Do you know your ABCDs?
Yeah, I know my
Alright, let's
ABCDs.
recite the ABCDs one at a time. I'll start. A,
Okay. B.
C.
C. Oh, wait.
Oh, okay, let's try it again. Alright, A,
Okay. B.
C.
D.
E.
F.
If you don't mind, would you mind going out with me?
Oh my god.
If you don't mind.
I
If
fucked
you
that up.
don't mind,
I
boy.
fucked that up.
Nice. But
Alright, Cora, your turn.
what's yours, Cora? Show.
I can't think of a pickup line, but can I pick you up at
Whoa.
Oh my god, that was
Hey,
like
yo.
a girl boss pickup line.
Yeah.
That was bad, but yeah, I suck at pickup lines. Unless you had put me into a situation where I can have this opportunity to
To search.
give
To Google.
lines. No, like situations wherein there's opportunities for me to say my pickup lines.
Alright, I don't want to go
So not for
political,
any sense.
but there's something that I really want to talk about.
What?
It's an issue in our country, and what do you think about the way our people are treating the elections as if it's a cult that they're following, not a political leader? because a lot of the people in our country defend their leaders from criticism in a way that like it's leaning into fanaticism rather than actual support. Do you understand what I mean? It's like, have you seen the people who start comment wars on Facebook because someone
Yeah.
disagrees, and it gets to the point that like they're attacking the other person in a way that's not really comfortable to look at.
Yeah, it's kind of like it made me sad to think about it. At the same time, it gets me angry because like people are very worked up on the drama and not on the elections itself. So like there aren't like there's a few healthy discussions, but there aren't much healthy discussions, especially in Facebook. They they have like this I don't know with people. They don't see things objectively. They just see the drama, kind of like that. But not all though. Some people are like really doing their job, researching on topics that aren't really that much researched before. And some people like shed light on issues. But yeah, the way that the country is, the way that our country is right now is very sad.
Very
And
sad.
yeah, it's kind of saddening to see that the people are very divided instead of uniting. So yeah.
Yeah. There's also the dilemma in which like you, for example, you want to talk about why your candidate is the right choice for you. You just want to explain that, right? And then the moment you start explaining, people are gonna come at you because it feels like their candidate is being attacked, and
Yeah.
it reaches the point that it becomes so stupid to argue with the person because they don't realize that you're merely stating your opinion and your reasons. And it, there's also the problem in which you want to fight against misinformation by shedding light onto the issues that were being discussed, right? But the people who you're trying to convince, they can't be convinced. That's it. They can't be convinced no matter how much evidence you show them. And it's sad that silence becomes the best answer when in fact you shouldn't be silent about your stand on issues like this, especially when it's very important to the country, right? Like you're not supposed to be quiet, but right now being quiet is the best option because it's a useless battle that you can't win.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sad. The whole thing is sad.
True.
So this is why I will never be into politics.
I'm not really into politics, but like if you have your own interests, like just be open-minded lang. That's it. Like, and respect each other. Why can't people have that? It's human decency. It's like part of.
Yeah.
It's
that's
it's
it.
the like be like that's the important thing. Like just respect each other. Respect differences.
the funny thing is
Yeah.
like I think one post started saying like respect my opinion and I'll respect yours, and instead of like actually respecting the opinion and taking those words to heart, they turned it into a meme where it turned into sarcasm.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
stupid. Like how does that work? Something so genuine and something so wholesome turned into something very very mean per se.
I actually use that meme more often than I shouldn't. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, that's something that a lot of friendships are being torn apart. Friends
Oh my gosh.
who support different candidates, yeah, they're no longer
Yeah.
talking to each other. But yeah, that's politics for you. You guys want to play Jackbox?
Yeah.
Okay,
Please.
so let's end the podcast here. Let's go play Jackbox.
Yeah.
How do
Oh my
you
gosh.
want to end this?
No, I think.
Can we invite more people who are online? I want to play
We'll
Jackbox
see.
with-
But for now, let's try to end the podcast first. Kuya, I want you
Okay.
to lead the ending. Go. Just end it however you like.
No, I cannot. I don't want this to end. Wee!
Whoa.
Disgusting!
So
Disgusting!
bad.
There's your
Okay,
pickup
goodbye,
line.
guys.
Disgusting!
Yeah, I tried. I tried.
Alright, go. Do a proper outro.
So that's
Okay,
it,
guys.
everyone.
Oh my god.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Our take on the
Yes.
different issues. Oh, okay.
Oh.
My friend is. My
Bye.
dog wants to end it now.
Bye,
Goodbye,
bye.
everyone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.